CEO of HRM Nigeria, Oluchi Bamidele. We could do better. Okay, thank you.
Hello, everyone. Good. It's evening now. I've been here for a while. How are you all doing? It's so nice seeing your faces from this angle. A very different view. So nice seeing everyone. So good evening. We're talking. We've been hearing a whole lot of wisdom spilled right here, and I was just saying, hey God, I'm coming in now to talk about marriage, and like we have today, business, career, marriage, and the truth is, almost everyone here, in fact, some are hoping to be married someday. Some are already married, right? So we all have, or some might not want to be married. I don't know how that is. You can just give me a hand, so I won't look at you while I'm talking. But the truth is, marriage is something that most of us came from family, right? So it's something that's important. And we are talking about create it today. And we've talked about career, we've talked about business. Now we're talking about marriage. How do we build a happy marriage? Because the truth is, a good marriage has to be built. Because most times we think nothing beautiful is stumbled into. Nothing beautiful happens by accident, right? So if you are actually going to have a beautiful marriage, it actually has to be built. You have to build it. But the truth is, I remember when I got married, there was just this thing. You just felt like, oh my God, you just be married, you'll be happy, you will have fun. But the truth is, I've been married for over 10 years now, and I'm having fun, but it's come to a whole lot of responsibilities, right? And how do you keep the intimacy, keep all of these things, keep the fire burning in your home while all of these responsibilities are actually building up? So marriage is a beautiful thing. It's something we all want to have, but we have to build it, right? And we all have different ways we might have been trying to build. We've seen our parents build. We've seen aunties and uncles around us build. We've seen our pastors build. But at the same time, while we watch people build and while we learn about all of these things from sermons, there are mistakes that we sometimes, while trying to create something beautiful, we actually hurt the very thing we are trying to create. Remember, today is Cre8it, right? So while trying to create, there are ways that we have been hurting the marriage that we've been trying to build. And number one is loyalty. Loyalty. We know we need to be loyal to our partners. We need to be loyal in our relationship. We've talked about this again and again. But there has to be a balance between you being loyal in your marriage and also not neglecting self. While you're being loyal and trying to be so committed to your marriage, you actually have to also remember that you also exist in this marriage. Your spouse also exists in this marriage. So you have to also remember that you still have to be, you don't have to be the sacrifice. Because so many people have become resentful while trying to build this beautiful thing. We've obsessed about it, we've dreamt about it, now we are here. You know, when I used to think about marriage, what comes to mind for me used to be like, I just see myself having a great time. It's like if I close my eye, I'm always I'm on vacation every single time, wearing this lovely dress with long hair, you know, just with this fine man, right? And the truth is, that's not how it is every single day. There are days that it feels like that. There are days that it has felt that way, but it's not like that every single day. So how do we build it? Be loyal to your spouse. Be committed to that journey. But also, don't forget that you have needs. Don't forget you have things you want to accomplish. Don't forget that you have to care for yourself. Don't forget that you have to pour into yourself as well. While pouring into your marriage, while serving your spouse, you have to serve you as well. Because the truth is, if there is no you, then there is no marriage, because there have to be two people. And only a happy you can build a happy marriage. So if you're not happy, you can't build a happy marriage. If you've sacrificed your all and you're now resentful, you no longer have the capacity to build a happy marriage. And the truth is, building a marriage is a hard thing. You know, they talk about emotions. Don't make decisions in your company by, your emotions. But the truth is, in your marriage, when you're hurt, even when you're cooking, the food will not be sweet. The food will not come out nice. just because your heart is not in it. So most times we are doing the exact same things we were doing when the fire was burning, but right now the fire is not there. It's not like a routine, and suddenly those things that used to be so beautiful and you used to enjoy now have become routine, and you no longer enjoy them anymore. So see, while you're building your marriage, build self. Take care of yourself. Those random things that you normally do, you make your hair, you do your nails, suddenly, women, your nails cannot be made again because you're a mommy, right? Do your nails, make your hair, if that's what makes you happy. That's the thing. Being loyal to you is being able to ask yourself, while you're asking, what does my husband need? What do the children need? Ask you, what do I need? Because that's one thing that's missing. Nobody tells us that. Everybody saying, be committed. Give your all. What do I need? And then give that to yourself. That's the only time you can maintain the capacity to keep creating and not have a short time. But the next thing I want to say is, most times, while we fill ourselves up by being loyal to him and being loyal to self, we get to a point again whereby there's a part of us in our past that we became. Let me just give you one example, and this will just buttress what I'm trying to say. We have become, we've been on a life journey from one angle, from one time to the other. And I remember being in secondary school, and I got into the hostel, very calm, very petite, slim. In fact, I'm not slim now. I was very skinny, very slim, pretty tiny girl. And then I was in the hostel, just one. And then, some people did not come from where I came from. They came rugged, and it's like they were on a mission and looking for those calm ones that they were going to bully, right? So apparently, I was a perfect candidate of being bullied. So there's this girl, Buki. I hope she sees this video. Buki tormented my life, So at some point, a part that never existed in me had to be created because I had to learn to insult. As in, I became a champion insulter. Like, I will insult. If I sit and I hear someone say something, and I'm like, that insult. Like, I would consciously save it for the future. So, Buki would insult. They would insult in Yoruba. But me, I didn't do Yoruba. English. I don't even know the meaning of some of them. I remember my lesson teacher would come for lesson, then we would say Pekaso Melele, goof, goon, pedophilia. We recorded that one. When they start like this, say goof, goon, pedophilia. We say, so I had to become someone who insulted to survive. I had to become someone, and then Adiola to that one will insult you. You wake up in the morning singing in Yoruba, insulting you. So imagine the kind of people I had around me, but I was able to, at some point, become someone that was no longer a candidate. So imagine what I became. I had to insult. I had to learn. I didn't single, but goof, goon, pedophilia, I gave it to them. Even if I didn't know the meaning, right? Even if I didn't even know the meaning, I need to find out if it was even an insult, right? But I had to become that person, and it helped me survive then. To be honest, it did. But if I take that same person into my marriage, I can't build anything beautiful being that person. And most times we trust that part of us that we had to become because it served us once. And then we hold on to it. And then a simple conversation with your spouse cannot go by without an insult flying out of your mouth. A simple identifying a mistake cannot go past without you becoming defensive or something. And we are so loyal to that person we have become because it served us then. But we need to realize that it served us then doesn't mean it's going to serve us now. So, I don't know, everyone here, you might not be the pedophilia, goof, goon person, but you have one part of your life that you are aware. I'm sure right now it's coming up, it's in your head. Just write it down so you don't forget. That you know that you actually had to become this person. And this person helped me then, but it's actually killing my marriage today. This person I became helped me 10 years ago, but it's hurting my relationships today. This person I became helped me 2 months ago, but it's hurting the mother I am being to my children today. So let's all sit down, think about that person that we had to become, and sit and say, what new system, what new person, what new version of me do I have to become now in order to create the marriage of my dreams? I hope I've been able to charge someone here to look within and transform something in their lives today. Thank you so much.